The right pricing strategy. All right, this one's a fun one. You figure out how much expenses you have, and then you figure out how much money you want to make, and then you charge the difference. It's that simple. And if you actually do it that way, you might realize how much you actually need to charge. Like, wow, I need to charge $300 an hour? Oh my gosh, well, that might be how much it costs to run a profitable, legitimate business.
So the cost of labor is the cost that it takes people to actually go out and do the project. The cost of material is all of the material that's going to be installed. That's the tangible stuff. And the cost of overhead is everything else that it takes to run your business. And that's one of the biggest ones that you need to pay attention to. The devil's in the details, and you need to make sure that you're covering your rent, your licensing, your insurance, the trucks, the gas, the consumables, the shirts, business cards, marketing efforts, absolutely everything. That all goes into the overhead, and that's something that a lot of people don't take enough time to analyze. So I would say the material cost is fixed, it's easy. A sheet of drywall costs what a sheet of drywall costs. Everybody can find out how much that is, but your overhead is gonna be really specific to your company, how you're running your company. So that actual number is gonna be super specific to your business and your business alone.
Profit is the skin that's left on the bone when you're done with the job and you're done spending all the money to pay for everything.
Profit is what keeps you sane. Profit is what keeps you going. Profit is nice.
So your profit is a simple calculation in theory. It's basically gonna be the equation of how much you charged your client, and then from that you subtract how much it cost you, the fully burdened, loaded cost of what it cost you to deliver the service that you charge the client for. So whatever that difference is, that's what your profit is.
I absolutely believe you should always look at your competitors' prices, but their prices is not always going to be your prices because their work is not always your work.
So when you're designing your price structure for the company, I think it's definitely worth it to look at a little bit of the competition in your field to get an idea of what the ranges are, but you don't want to limit yourself to what your competition is charging. You want to make sure that you're also trying to build that value into your pricing. So the specific value that you're going to be bringing to your client isn't just going with the services that you're offering, they're going with you personally. So a lot of the times it's really not just dollars and cents, it's a personal decision and a connection that that client is making with you and deciding to invest their money with you as a person, not just a business. So if you have 10 years experience, you don't want to be charging the same thing as the person who's just setting their first step into a construction site. You want to make sure that you're charging for the experience that you have. So you're not going to hit the same roadblocks as some of your competitors are. And you need to build that into your pricing because that's definitely a value you're delivering to the project.
I strongly recommend that you should research and network with folks in your area. How I handle it with Mythical Outdoor Services is I know many guys that are in the industry in the field that I'm working in, and I network with those guys. I look at them as supporters and not, enemies. If we can work together, then we can build the industry up and we can keep those price margins higher.